What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Legends of Tomorrow / Arrow video. So, after this week's episode of Legends of Tomorrow, the competition has really heated up for the Spear of Destiny and the real big issues that are facing the Legends. So, we know that next week's episode will actually be called Doom World, and this will feature a very interesting, different mix here for the show, and will actually feature a Legion of Doom rip-off Hall of Justice, their Doom Hall thing from the comics, and it's pretty cool that is being included. It's a really cool Easter egg, and I love how deep the Easter eggs go on this show. But this will also feature the Legends on the back foot, as the Legion of Doom are actually going ahead and using the Spear of Destiny to rewrite reality for themselves. And obviously we're heading into Flashpoint territory, where we are getting an entirety of a new reality, which, as we saw in the preview for this episode, that we've got a lot of trouble ahead, and the team have been split up and given brand new lives as a janitor, all this kind of crazy different things. And weirdly, the episode description actually features a very interesting thing, with Rory being the only one who can actually save them. However, our Lord Guggenheim has actually given us a very weird screenshot of Legends of Tomorrow, and featuring someone who we never really thought would properly get a costume. Fans of Felicity, I've seen some very weird kind of deviant art profiles dedicated to giving Felicity a costume, etc. But it looks like it is actually happening in this bizarro world of Doom World. So let's take a look. Now, what I expect them to be doing, the Legion of Doom that is try and get rid of all of their heroes that they fight against. So obviously we've got the Flash, we've got Arrow, and then the entirety of the Legends, of course, as well. But what they probably didn't bet on was Felicity being as she is, and being so resilient to everything. And yeah, that is kind of a compliment towards this character, which it's not necessarily a terrible character, Felicity. I think that the emphasis on the relationship with Oliver on her just doesn't really work. I think that her kooky kind of side is pretty cool when it's written correctly. And what they're probably doing here is showing that, well, there will always be a vigilante in Star City, and this time it is actually Felicity and this reality, and she is using her tech powers to take on the Legion of Doom. Now, how much she will be involved in this episode remains to be seen. Will they simply go to Star City and search for Arrow and then find Felicity instead? That'd be interesting, but I expect a lot of salt and a lot of hate for her actually replacing Arrow if that does actually happen. Now, looking at this costume, it's really weird, and I think that the costume does actually look pretty cool. I think the mask with the weird little headlights on it look really strange, but it does remind me of the mask that was actually used by Catwoman in Dark Knight Rises. Also, her outfit does look a lot like, yes, the Huntress from DC Rebirth. So the DC Rebirth Huntress, well, those costumes are looking very alike, and a bit too similar for my liking, to be honest. I really hope they don't go down this route, and this is a backdoor into turning her into the Huntress, which just, in my opinion, wouldn't work one bit. We've already had one version of that on Arrow, and to be honest, they have really missed the mark. They should have brought it back, but they didn't. Obviously, timing, schedules, all did not work out at all for this, sadly. Now, also a relevance as well to this is that her costume is also purple, so she has a resemblance to Stephanie Brown, the spoiler in the Batman section of the DC universe. So it would be very interesting, obviously, because Stephanie Brown, the spoiler, named the spoiler because she became a vigilante and left clues as to her father, the clue master, as to bringing him down. So she pretty much tried to take her father down, and this is very similar because, well, they both had their fathers out of their lives for quite some time, so there could be a very interesting storyline there. Could her father turn incredibly rogue, and then she becomes the spoiler there? I know that's a long shot, but it definitely makes more sense than a DC Rebirth Huntress, which I only put in this video because, well, they do look very, very similar there as well. So that's it for this video. Please do drop a like, please do subscribe. I'll see you soon, and goodbye.